Hello. Thank you for tuning in to Morning Watch.
Happy Friday, welcome to Morning Watch. We'll be talking about hammers and swords and a seemingly impossible task. Stick around.
The steadfast love of the Lord never ceases. God's mercies never come to an end. They are new every morning, new every morning. Great is thy faithfulness, O Lord. Great is thy faithfulness. Steadfast love of the Lord never ceases. God's mercies never come to an end. They are new every morning, new every morning. Great is thy faithfulness, O Lord. Great is thy faithfulness. Great is thy faithfulness.
There's no question that these are really hard times for our nation and the world. This week, as I looked through the news and videos and even commercials, you can tell that something's happening, and it has brought about a lot of pain and hurt. My friend reminded me of a story in the Bible. There's a bunch of stories in the Bible that talk about pain and hurt, and one that he mentioned was the story of Nehemiah. And it is one of my favorite stories. It's from the Old Testament. Nehemiah, he's Jewish, but he's living in a land, not Jerusalem. He's living in another land, and he's worked his way up, and it says in chapter 1 of a book named after him, Nehemiah, and he was the cupbearer of the king. And the cupbearer of the king is someone that is very close to the king. To make sure that the king doesn't get poisoned, the cupbearer always takes the glass first, always eats the food first, always embraces the people first. And if Nehemiah drops dead, the king doesn't partake in that. So it's a dangerous job, but it's also a very important job because he's in the ear of the king every single day. He's in meetings, he's able to weigh in on decisions. One day, news comes of the destruction of his homeland, Jerusalem. And he weeps, he's incredibly sad. And from his place of importance, he goes up to Artaxerxes, the king. You can try to say that, it took me the whole hour. Artaxerxes. He says, please let me go to my homeland, let me help rebuild the walls. Artaxerxes is a benevolent guy, and so he gives him some materials. He gives him a passport or the equivalent to make it through the land peacefully, and he sends him on his way. And he goes to Jerusalem, and he surveys the damage, and it brings him to tears. His people are suffering, his people are hurting. The whole nation is in a crisis. And it calls him to action too. He starts to gather people and gather materials to be able to rebuild. And they rebuild, and they're doing quite well. It takes them weeks and weeks and weeks to rebuild. Now there's these people in neighboring towns that were a part of the destruction. When they saw that Nehemiah was there rebuilding, they didn't like it. And so they met a fierce resistance that came around. Nehemiah saw this resistance, and he added a piece of equipment to each of his workers. It says in chapter 4 of Nehemiah, from that day on, half of my servants worked on construction, and half held the spears, shields, and bows, and coats of arms. Leaders stood around the wall. Each labored on the work with one hand and held his weapon in the other. There's workers that he equipped with, of course, a hammer, because they got to keep rebuilding, and he also equipped them with a sword. That's like a superhero image, right? Holding a hammer and a sword. They could constantly be building, but then when they needed to protect one another, they did. And what my friend reminded me of, the reason that he brought out this story, I was talking about how down I was, that I wasn't really doing much. And he pointed me to the story, I read it and realized, no way. We're building no matter where we are. So at home, you're building. It might not seem like you are, but you're building. You might be building relationships, further relationships with your family. You could be working on schoolwork, or you might be able to work from home. You're always building. And as a nation and as the world, we have also a sword. And our sword of protection for one another right now, it's a unique one. It's staying home. Our sword of protection is respecting the boundaries between us, and in that, loving our brother who's building next to us. So if you get discouraged while you're at home, you can know that in one hand you have a hammer, that you're always building towards something, and in the other, you have a sword. No matter what protection looks like, it is a mighty and a brave act. Be well.